Hey there, YouTube. Just taking some, time to do a brief video. This time kind of about something else in the, great span of nerd culture, something that doesn't apply to sporty electronics or crappy LCD games. I was doing some spring cleaning around my domain, my room, and doing some reorganizing, and got a hold of, found some of these old trading cards that I kind of used to collect and really have fun with. The well-known Magic the Gathering series. I kind of started like around 7th grade, and I used to play with my friends like on lunch tables at school and on the bus there and back, and in between classes and stuff. And that's how I kind of got all these cards together. Though I didn't ever like actually buy any decks or cards and stuff. I actually just kind of begged. I did a lot of bootlicking, did a lot of trading. Got some for my birthday, and I never really actually bought, I never actually bought a lot of these, and I visit a lot of, what's the word, yard sales, a lot of rummage sales, and came across all these. In my collection that somehow managed to sneak in there was a Star Wars card. A lot of people don't know that they actually made a Star Wars collectible trading card game, which I played this in between the time that I started playing Magic, and I did play Pokemon cards when I was like 10. I did, do that. Over here I just got like, a whole bunch of like random multicolored cards that, these really don't mean anything to me. These are just, some cards. These are like the bulk of the cards I just got by, trading around, ripping people off, that sort of thing. I may have bought some of these. I probably got a lot of these for Christmas or my birthday, I was doing this for a few years, but I'm just saying, it's a lot of cards for somebody who really didn't like go to the, shop that much and buy them. And here's kind of like a collection of uncommons or rares that I have. Here's an uncommon flame shot. Here's an artifact rare. It's the 7th generation Faraz's ban. I think this is Judgment, and this is the Judgment generation rare creature beast spirit Phantom Nishoba. That's pretty good. So you get a rough idea. I actually went on an official website and I looked up all the prices for all these rares and uncommons, and collectively this little deck here is about 25 bucks. So I kind of keep this around, or I kept like a little pile of rares and uncommons to kind of trade in a pinch. Over here I actually have something kind of interesting. I played a long time ago with the neighbor girl as well as the guys at school. One of my best friends lived in the neighborhood, and she, at her church, knew somebody who collected Magic a long time ago, so he had a lot of like vintage cards and stuff. But he gave us 2 decks once, and each deck actually was made like, I guess, in the 80s and early 90s, and it kind of came with these little instruction manuals. These little instruction manuals that went inside the deck, inside the deck box. And those are kind of cool. They're totally outdated now because I guess all the rules keep on upgrading with every generation that they make. They come out with like 3 generations a year. Wizards of the Coast. Here's my deck, my personalized, my, crown jewel here is, I mainly did like white Imperial Magic and stuff. I originally started off with an Armada deck, which I then just kind of kept trading and working into, and I really kind of tried to play up the strengths of white, of avoiding damage, healing, and using small, quickly playable creatures. Like, for instance, I guess the bulk of my deck's creatures were actually made up of flying creatures. Like, I kind of thought that was kind of noble. Like, I got here Cloud Chaser Eagle, Wingbeat Warrior, Swooping Talon. How many of these do I have? I got a lot. I've got Razorfoot Griffin, Aven Flock, Battlewise Aven, Angel. This is an Angel card that actually came in French. I traded for this in a Flying Wall and some other cards that my friends had given me to a teacher who at my middle school who actually played this and held a little Magic club every Wednesday. He was cool. All the kids loved him. Got Aurora Griffin, Angelic Page, some kind of Hawk, Phantom Flock, Aven Trooper, whatever, you get the idea. I also used a lot of clerics like Shield Mage Advocate, it's a foil. I like his ability. abilities when you tap him, and Ancestors Chosen. I had a lot of doubles of those anyway. Let's see. Alright, well, kind of 3 cards that you might be jealous of, I guess, if I had to, like, pick out, you know, kind of 3 cards that were the crown jewels of my personal deck, or, number 1, Test of Endurance. I think this is an official card. It actually is a you win card, believe it or not, and you have to have gained, somehow, 50 life. Somehow have 50 life. And I had a lot of healing cards in there. I had a lot of alabaster potions and such, but I never managed to get up to 50 to be able to use the Test of Endurance. I got this in a booster pack. The one time that I actually bought a booster pack or two, I got the Wrath of God. Wrath of God destroys all creatures in the playing field. This is the second. Oops. This is the second one, not the original one. It's still just as good, and it is a rare. And of course, my favorite card, I guess, of all time, of all white, was a creature which really had the tapping ability. If you tapped it, you could use an ability that was very similar to the Wrath of God, and it was called Megay the Lion. This is extremely rare and vintage. I love it. I'm never going to trade it away, I hope. Anyway. I like the Magic the Gathering card game. I would still play if I, you know, had any friends around who still wanted to play it, if I, you know, get in contact with any of my old high school buddies. The only thing I guess I really don't like about it is I could play in tournaments and stuff, but a lot of tournaments don't use vintage cards. Vintage counts as any card that is like past 3 generations old, and they come out with like a generation every year or twice a year, so you really have to keep on paying money to keep up with it, which is cool if you're a real enthusiast and, you know, you just want to keep up, you just want to keep playing the game, but that would kind of bother me. They have vintage matches, but, you know, I don't know. Anyway, it's a cool card game. I like it a whole lot. Felt like doing a different video. That's about it.